Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to United Stand Fan Forum. Let's go. We're winners right now. You know, second place. Let's go. All right. Liverpool in the mud.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
Liverpool, you should be ashamed of yourself. What kind of big club is 10 points behind us? And we're not even first.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
Every little scouser right now, look at yourselves in the mirror. Look at yourselves. Have a good look at yourselves and understand there's levels to this thing. You lot can't even celebrate winning the league. Can you imagine? It took you how many years? 20? Over how many years is it taking them? Somebody help me.
30 years.
Nearly 30 years.
And this is what you do.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
You want to lose to Everton at home, bro. Your home is everyone's home. That's where we live, bro. I'm just saying, sorry. I've been holding this Liverpool anger in still because I hate that team. But anyway, people, it's fan forum. Yo, they don't give me the keys.
KG, I love your Liverpool rant there. I say Liverpool, you know what they're like? Liverpool are like the heavyweight boxer that finally got a title shot and won by a decision. Then, 6 months for the next fight, got fat, drank, ate burgers, went in the piss, and then they had to defend the title and got knocked out in the first fucking round. That's Liverpool FC.
Useless. Absolutely
Liverpool.
useless.
So you're basically saying Liverpool's Andy Ruiz. If they
You're Andy Ruiz.
All right,
got knocked the fuck out.
No, but seriously, guys, this is not a Liverpool. Oh yeah, by the way, it's Bareback FC today. I had a bet with the man them that Bailly was gonna start. Look, so yeah, this is me.
Play for honor in it.
Obviously, you got to back your bets anyway. People, enough of me talking. We won today, 3-1. Before we get into the negatives, because there's some negatives to do, I just want to see what other takes you had on the game. So who am I going to go to today? I'm going to start with Jack. Jack, talk to us.
Well, the positives, it'd have to be the wide players, I think. I think Rashford did play well. I think Dan James did affect the game positively again. In the first half, he was kind of not really doing it for me, but I don't really think anyone was really at it in the first half, if I was being honest. But Luke Shaw played well again. I can't really fault Luke Shaw. And yeah, it's kind of hard to draw on the positives because it's just 3 points. I've kind of looked at it now. I kind of want to forget about this game and then we just move on to the next one because the display for the large part wasn't great, if I'm being brutally honest.
Wow. It sounds like you've been having conversations with Jay, bro. I thought he was really just...
No. To be honest, KG, it's been that first 45 was obviously we had the Champions League winner in goal, so we were all good in that sense.
Useless, absolutely useless.
But yeah, to be honest, I knew Maguire and Lindelof were going to start. I wasn't surprised by that. The only thing I was kind of going to add is that how much we miss McTominay, but I'm sure we'll go on to that.
We'll go into that. Yeah, we'll get into that. You know what? Let's do it, man. Let's change it up. Jay, hit us, man. How do you see this game going? 3-1 today, Newcastle, team facing relegation. How do you see it?
Okay. I expected Newcastle to do what sit in a low block, but in actual fact, Newcastle pressed the life out of us in the first half. Mm-hmm. I thought they bossed our midfield. And the very fact today that Matic, and I've said it many times, he's a busted sofa. Today, he was completely ineffectual against a team that's fighting relegation. So I said a couple of times, guys, you bring him on 10 minutes to go, you don't start him. Fred, again, has shown he's not the caliber I would expect of a Manchester United player. And also, why the hell is Fred running through into the box and shooting in the 76th minute? What was that about? I don't care if we're winning 10-0. Fred can't shoot. Man. Just don't shoot. Look, guys, it's very simple. There was definitely a hangover from the Europa League from Thursday, no question about it. First half, we looked pretty lifeless and listless. Newcastle, like I said, they pressed the hell of us. They probably, I think, should have scored in the first half. I was surprised they didn't. 3-1 victory, I think that flatters our performance. It's workmanlike, it's 3 points, but it papers over the cracks. And that midfield and we're going to say it time and time again. Our centre back, is it even a partnership anymore?
Don't worry,
we're going to cost us goals time and time again.
We'll come to that. There's so much to discuss today. We got to talk about Scholes today. We got to talk about the. You know, I've tried to ban this word in football, agenda, but there's an agenda. But we'll talk about it as it goes on. Let me read these super chats quickly. There we go. KG got the Tom out today. Yes, sir. There you go. I'm on the super chats today, people. Let's go. You know, we're very close, everybody. How close are we, guys? How close?
9,000 off, I think.
Oh my God. So like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, all that good stuff. You know what to do. I'm going to go straight to Alex. Alex, how do you see this game going today, bro?
It's just like what Jack said. It's 3 points in the bag at the end of the day. I found it really boring, and it is worrying that we keep going against these relegation-threatened teams and seem to be like on the back foot some of the game. Like you see, I know we shouldn't look at other teams, but when you see like the likes of City play teams like that, they just completely peg them back and like have their way with them. But like we've always thought like what Jay said about the going against the low block, but it seems all these teams are like, right, their defense is absolutely hopeless when they've got Lindelof and Maguire in there, so let's just go for them, and then we'll try to get 1-0 up because they always concede first, and then we'll sit back, and because we know they can't break down the low block. So normally teams in the past would just try to like park it so that they get a draw, but teams now know that they can actually go 1-0 up on us before they park it. Yeah, it's just worrying against all these teams. Like against Sociedad, obviously they had their chances in the first like 20 minutes, but they're a really good side, and we have Bailly in the team, and we look so much more solid. But it's just how many times have we said it on the show? It's just a pointless. I know you thought that he was going to start, but I knew he wouldn't. They're never going to get broken up unless one of them gets injured. And I'm not wishing for them to get injured, but that's the only way that one of them is going to come out. And like I said to you off air, that we went along with you winning the bet that time, but Lindelof wasn't even in the squad that time. So if he was actually in the squad, he wouldn't have been on the bench. He would have just been in the 11. But it's just tiring. But yeah, I thought James played well. And Rashford obviously got a goal again. And I can't even imagine how angry the people that say Bruno's a stat padder are for that performance. I didn't really have like his normal effect on the game, but then got a penalty and he got the assist for that thing, just like glancing off his stud. So let them cry.
You know what? I want to ask Flex, yeah? Was that an assist? Because you know Flex is part of the dubious goal committee, and he's Flex. Quickly, I just want to ask you, bro. Was that an assist?
I've spoken to the guys at Stockley Park, and I can confirm that it is an assist and a Megs.
All right. 1 second. Let's go. We're gonna go to Kev. Kev, how do you find that game today, bro?
Without at the risk of repeating what a lot of people have said, when I seen the team sheet, I'm like, seriously, the Man United starting against Newcastle. We're at home against Newcastle. You know, the initiative is on us as the home team to go out and attack Newcastle. I thought it was quite negative to start Matic. I'm not saying he had a bad game. It's just, you know, there was going to be that low block. We know that there's going to be times when we've got complete control of the possession, which is exactly what happened. But on reflection, listen, we've won the game. Do you know what? Very happy to see Dan James in there. I've always been a believer in if you played well in a previous game, you're in there on merit. And he did well against Sociedad. Comes in today, scores a goal, did really well. And yeah,
Kev, I'm happy with that. Kev, seriously, and to all the people here, you see the answer to the right-hand side.
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. You know what?
He's getting close.
Don't Flex.
You know what?
Don't.
No, wait, just hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not saying that he's the answer, but the way that, like, because let's just have this right. It's uncool. Let's just be honest with ourselves, yeah? It's uncool for Dan James to get picked and do his thing and prove why Solskjaer should have started him, because that's what's not been happening. And we're right to think like certain things haven't been happening by the way he's playing, so this is why he shouldn't be playing X, Y, Z. But us as fans, yeah, sometimes it's difficult. Well, it shouldn't be difficult because you just support your players. But really, I think Dan James is actually. I'm actually looking at it from afar because KG did this one time before. I remember this was about a couple months ago. Do you remember when he was like, "Nah, we need to just get off Dan James's back, etc." And then Ollie just didn't play him for like 2 months. But we have to be honest about this year. When I look at Dan James and how he's played in the last couple of games, he's been good. He's been good. Like first half. And we shouldn't. And what I'm saying is, we shouldn't have to like reluctantly say it. Like he's our player. Like he's come in first half. I was like, yeah, you're making it too easy for Jamal. You're being a bit one-dimensional. He's comfortable just knowing that you're only going to run there. But he's keeping the ball. He's doing his thing. Second half, obviously, yeah, the game opened up and stuff. But he's a pest, getting brought down all the time, running in off the right-hand side, driving, opening up spaces for other players. Getting a decisive goal to give us the lead. Like, you can't just forget these things. And you know what? Solskjaer's picked him twice. And I'm happy that Solskjaer can say, that's why I picked him, because I know he can do a job. And I'm happy that Dan James can say, all you lot saying I'm shit, all you lot you saying that I should be in the championship. Well, I've just played in the first team game when the whole of the team was looking crap. And I've produced the goods. So you know what? You got to give him his flowers. You have to give him his flowers. And he's in form now.
We said that, Flex, after Sociedad. I still stick by it. I think Dan James is the most, how can I word this now? I said basically, he will go out and do exactly what you want him to do. Yeah. And we don't really have wingers, do we? And I'm not saying Dan James is a world beater or anything, but disciplined is a word I'm looking for. He's the most disciplined and drilled player. You send him out there. I want you to stay out on that wide line, give us that width, run at defenders. And we don't have that. The top teams have really great width. And again, I'm not saying Dan James is a world beater. It's just nice to mix it up and have that different.
And he's effective, Kev.
He's effective.
Yeah. Let me read these super chats before they time out. Here we go. So Ahmed, and we're going to have this conversation at some point, guys. Ahmed Walsam says, I love the boy Martial, but my God, only God knows what's happened to him. Rashford and Bruno, best duo. Centre back, soft. Shola, debut, what's new? There you go. Here we go. Let's read this next one. Russell says, why is everyone moaning about the game? And Ollie being outweighed by Steve. Steve. I enjoyed it, actually. Of course, first half was a drag, but this is the EPL. Very true. It's not easy. These teams, you're seeing, look at Liverpool, bruv. Naya Fernandez becomes a new member inside. There you go. And the last one that I've read that. So let's carry on. You lot saying Shola man of the match. You're taking the piss.
That's my spammed it or something. Like it's got.
I know what you're doing. But
did you read the super chat from Anthony Tracy?
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
Let's be real. We're closer to 5th place than first, lads. So a realist there, because by points, because we're 10 points off of first. I think 5th, we must be less than 10 points off away.
Well, do you know what I'm going to say? So my thoughts on the game today is there's many ways to look at this. I'm looking at the big picture. Man United 14 points better off this season than last season. So that's progress. No matter, there's no other way to dice it. There's progress when we how we're playing teams. We're scoring goals. I think Alex came with a stat.
They said 16 times we've scored 3 or more goals.
16 times.
I don't know if it's all comps or.
And we're the top scorers in the league. How?
Top scorers in the league. If you check,
we're the best attacking team in the league. That's how.
It's 9-0. That's done us. That's what it is.
There you go. Some people will say that it's Bruno Cantona, but anyway, I'm not going to argue that today.
Bruno.
Let's get into it. Come on.
I'm not going to do it today. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be good. No, but I would say that there is progress today. The last couple of games, you've been seeing that these teams fighting relegation, it's not easy. No game is easy in the Premier League right now, and these teams are fighting for their lives. And for us to go out there with what we got at the back, which is shocking, which is disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting. It makes me sick. I'm sitting here, yeah. No, do you know how angry? First half, yeah, I done one of those flex phone. I could flex. You know when you do things that are out of habit in game time, I shouldn't have to call flex. But even we sounded the same. It's just like original frustration. It's like, how shit, excuse my language, but how bad are they? How bad is this? Like, are these players? But we kind of do well in spite of them. You know, that's what's been happening in spite of them. But I was really, and I'm happy to go there. Let's go there. We need to talk about Scholes. Yeah? Because Scholes today, I want to talk about our legends actually. Because it's not just Scholes, it's all of them.
Gary Neville is terrible.
Owen Hargreaves is probably like, he's quite more balanced. Yeah? But what Scholes did today, just in analysis of Maguire, then there was one moment, when they actually tried to praise Steve Bruce for finding Maguire.
Yeah.
And in that moment, in that sequence, Maguire loses the ball.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
So anyway, I don't know who I'm going to give it to. Who wants the floor? And you just want to discuss this Scholes thing? Because I'm really upset. I'm disgusted. Anyway,
are we talking about the De Gea error?
And they go.
Whoa.
No. Okay, now no. This is where we're gonna get. It's all gonna jump on the.
Well, we know you're Team Henderson already, so.
Oh, the Henderson fan.
Oh, Henderson
exactly.
in there. I will stand up and say I cannot believe that De Gea has been outed for the equaliser that Saint-Maximin scored.
Wow.
I think that's. I've watched it back. I honestly think the Maguire header actually puts us in that position when Saint-Maximin can get a shot away. I think I think it's more to do with the kind of centre backs in general. I think De Gea had a good game. I don't again, people are going to say what I said last time, but in terms of today, he played well, and I can see Jay wants to say something about the De Gea stuff because I can see him getting a bit riled. But what do you think, Jay, about the whole De Gea agenda? Just quickly.
Okay, in short, 2 weeks ago, I put up a post on my Instagram account. I did a whole 5-minute analysis on the goalkeeping situation at United, how much they were paid, and the mismanagement of the goalkeepers. It's 5 minutes. It's all there on my Instagram channel. Today, guys, in the 34th and the 49th minute, De Gea pulls off 2 match-saving saves, for a better description. But you will not read that in the papers tomorrow morning, and you will not hear it on Paul Scholes' analysis. I've complete respect for Paul Scholes as a player, absolutely, club legend and all that. But Mark Ovich has said many, many times, just because someone's a pundit on TV does not mean their opinion has any more gravitas than yours or mine or 5th KG or any of us. We're all watching the same game. And how the hell Paul Scholes cannot, something wrong with Kevin's eyes. And he put me off there too. I was on a fucking road, they put me off. So look, right. Saint-Maximin hits that ball, top bins. Great finish. And call credit to Saint-Maximin. Great bloody finish. How Paul Scholes can call it De Gea is beyond me. Harry Maguire, he's 6'4". You've got one job, balls in the air, headed over the bar or headed not into the danger zone. We discussed on Thursday night that if Bailly had not been running, was it in the first half? Yeah, the first half, Sociedad, one of their players was clean through. Bailly sprints with him, gives him a bit of a shoulder, does enough to slow him down so that Maguire can come in and make a tackle. And I argued, if Lindelof was playing, we go 1 goal down. And Ollie goes on and on and on about it's fine margins. I think tonight, guys, a better side in Newcastle would have put us to bed and we'd be having a different conversation. Harry Maguire, I don't care if you play Sergio Ramos beside him, Koulibaly, he's a fucking liability. End of story. End of, guys. I hate
you
guys,
yourself say though when he has Bailly with him.
KG.
I actually.
I knew he was waiting for that. Okay, but listen, guys. Listen, guys. I'm finishing this, guys. Okay, he wants to talk, and it's fair is fair. Look, Maguire is touted because he is good at defending high balls in our box from set pieces. Okay, well tonight that was your opportunity. Defend it. You're 6'4", headed out for another corner kick over the bar, or simply don't head it into danger. That's defending 1-on-1, and he failed again. And
read the chats.
Go.
Flex,
Mark McAllister says Luke Shaw outstanding. Reminds me of Philip Lahm. Could be our CDM. Discuss, gents. Luke Shaw can't be our CDM.
CDM.
Luke Shaw. I appreciate that, Mark. Philip Lahm, great transformation from fullback to CDM. Different quality of player.
Was a decent centre back though.
Luke Shaw,
as a centre back, he impressed us in the free. We never knew that he could do it.
Listen, I'm not trying to see Luke Shaw defensive midfield. No, nah, not for me. Not for me. I don't know what you lot think. Not for me.
I'm just let's read that. Is there any more super chats?
There's quite a few. KG, it's not Easter, bro. Cover the chocolate egg. KG, yo, you going raw today, dog? I love it. Everyone's loving it. KG switching up. And another super chat here from Kevin. Kevin says, if Pogba leaves, have serious concerns for our central midfield creativity next season, as I cannot see United signing a quality replacement plus a CDM. And Ashley says, I love Martial, but 7 goals and 8 assists in all competitions this season from our number 9 is not good enough. There's 2 things I want to say. The first one is, on the Maguire thing, I agree with all of the stuff that Jay said in terms of the liability and he looks better next to him, by all of the things that we know. But I'll be honest, for today's goal, technically his positioning could have been better so that he could have got a better header. But I'm saying from where he was, which I need to do, Ricky, I need to watch it back to see how he ended up there.
You better watch it back.
But from what I saw and a couple of times I've seen the replay, all he can really do from there is flick it back. And I'm saying, hold on a minute. This is shit naive team defending here, because why the hell is St. Maximum by himself? You've got Fred, 10 yards, not close enough. Martial is on top of Matic, who's already marking someone. The organization, you got to remember, if somebody is marking St. Maximum as a team, we defend that a lot better, or that shot gets blocked, or he might not.
All right. So now.
I don't think what I'm saying is that's not all Maguire's fault.
It's not all Maguire's fault. That's
not.
No, not at all. However, this is what you got to take. So on the line, Maguire has something very naughty. Yeah, there's a little kind of. It looks like an elbow on the line. The guy falls down, and De Gea has to almost climb over that player, and then the shot comes in, and he tips it over the bar. Yeah, that happens it's very quick. It's a quick sequence. Then the next thing that happens, I think the ball goes out. I think it's the next one. Ball goes out. They whip it in. Maguire is watching the run to clear it. Yeah, and he decides you could clear it over the bar. You could clear it. You could point it up for a corner. What you do, you head it back into the box. Where is it going? What was your decision? You do this, knowing that the box is packed with Newcastle players. We just had a corner. Why are you heading it back?
Whoa, now I'm looking at it now. He can't.
How can you head it back?
He can't head it forward, though.
Trying to, bro, you can get over the bar. He's supposed to be the best in the air, and he doesn't know how to deal with that. I don't want to hear that.
He can head it for a corner. He can head it for a corner, but it's a ball from deep.
No,
I'm looking at it.
He times his run flex. He looks across, he says, that's where the problem is. That's the danger. He gets there, puts his head, bam, into the box where we just had a corner. I'm not hearing that crap. No way.
Nah, KG. No. KG, listen, bro.
Go ahead.
I'm just watching. You guys. I don't know if you guys got separate browsers while we're talking about this, where you can just go on the Sky Sports YouTube.
Go and watch it. Everyone,
I'm watching it. Yeah, I'm watching it. Right. I think you guys should do it as well, so we can talk about this. I'm looking at it, right, and what happens is Willoker's at the. This is what I mean about the team naivety and how we're setting up.
That's what I mean. Doesn't it come down to an organisational thing for Maguire? 100%. He's the captain.
Right, but what I'm saying is, listen, I'm not ridding Maguire of any responsibility. What I'm saying is there's a lot of culprits in this situation. The ball gets played out for a short corner and it doesn't, no one comes to get, no one gets the cross. No one gets the cross, yeah? No one gets the cross. Then when I'm looking at where Maguire is, technically he could maybe glance it out for a corner. All right, cool.
Yes,
into the tough time. but there's nobody. We're just ignoring the fact that we're just going to leave a man free in a box.
I'm with you, Flex.
Why are we not talking about it?
I'm with you, and now we can get into the next phase because there's the first phase, the second phase. Yeah, the problem is our leader, our main man, Mr. 80 million. Do you know how many times we've been sitting here talking about has Pogba really lived up to his price tag? There's never been a discussion, even Martial, 50 million down the drain. We got a whole song about it. There's never been a moment where the media or any one of the pundits has said, has this man lived up to his price tag? It's not been discussed. You know what they did today? Even Scholes, there was all these moments.
Oh, he was going in on Lindelof.
The weakest, he said the weakest.
More.
And I was watching Maguire mistakes, and he said that's the weak link right there.
Yeah,
your Maguire mistakes. He should have done
going on Lindelof.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. So
that was madness.
So when are we gonna say he cost 80 million? Has he lived up to his price tag? Because we've done it for worse players. We've done it for cheaper players.
But isn't it kind of just like, I know amongst United fans anyway, but so I assume it's the same with pundits. Isn't it just like widely accepted that obviously he isn't worth that sort of money, and he's always like compared to Van Dijk for that sort of money, and everyone knows he's not that level of player, so you don't need to keep saying it because we all know.
True.
That's just how I view it anyway.
True. I don't think many people...
it.
That's actually true, because if you deep it, Kev, like... No one's sitting there going, no. Like Maguire is he's doing his thing. Like he's brilliant captain, brilliant 80 million player, commanding centre half, quick on the turn, quick over 10, 15 yards, never loses. No one's really saying that.
No. And it goes back to this thing, 80 million for Harry Maguire. It is not his fault that we paid 80 million for Harry Maguire. It is the fact that Liverpool paid that for Virgil van Dijk. It's also...
They paid less.
And that's what Manchester United had to pay.
They paid less.
Yeah. Sorry.
And people were saying what a waste of money that Liverpool overpaid.
Yeah.
It's just paid less.
It will be held against him. But listen, I just watched the goal quickly then. And my first reflection of it was an old saying of, when in doubt, put it out. So I looked at that, but can I just say, KG, as well, I watched it back about 3 or 4 times. I did look again, and on the 4th time of watching it, I thought, it's a bloody good finish, that. So fair play to him.
Oh, no. And I would have, do you know what? It's a great finish, but do you know what Scholes does? After that, he says...
That's ridiculous.
No, it's a great finish.
Well, we spoke about this. Let me read the super chat here. James McAvoy says, Martial Matic needs to get close to set maximum. Shut him down, basically, instead of staring at him like a pair of geese. Maguire not totally at fault, which is kind of what I'm saying. He's not totally at fault. Looking back, he probably could have chose a bit of a different direction on the header. I think my biggest criticism for Maguire is the fact that he's not in a good enough position to be able to head it with the front of his head to get purchase on it. But I think with the position that he ended up in, that's all he can really do is like, I just got to get out of the 6-yard box. Then I'm going to rely on my teammates to be marking or pick up second balls. You talk about second phases of play and be alert to stuff.
A mad header, though. That's a mad head. Doing that one, not knowing who's behind you.
But you know what, though? That happens a lot. No, but let's have it right. There's times where defenders or fullbacks tuck in and they get that header and they flick it back. Sometimes you just got to do it.
Rio Ferdinand was the king of that one. Back. You know what I mean?
You got to do it.
No, but
you need your teammates to be marking. You can't flick it on and do get purchase on it to get it out of the 6-yard box because that is the danger area. And then you turn around and you're like, Fred, you're standing there. Martial, you're next to Matic. Come on, what are you doing?
That was an assisting header, bro. If you do that in when we're on attack in their box, I would say, congratulations. That's a Bruno-like assist. When you do that in your own box, it's just stupid, bro. I'm sorry.
I think you've been a bit too harsh.
No,
I'm not saying it's a good header.
It's time for harshness, bro.
Nah, man.
You know what I'm doing here, bro?
Yeah, but you're being unreasonable. You're not. Why are you not looking at Fred? What are Fred and Martial doing? What are they doing?
Fred was disgusting today.
Explain to me.
If you want to talk about Fred,
explain to me. No, but in that phase of play, explain what were they doing? I want to know.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All of them. The second phase, crap. But I'm telling you right now, if you're the main man, you wear the captain's armband of this club and you can't communicate, I'm sorry, you need to go, bro. Do you know what I've been doing all weekend? I've been watching Premier League games looking for a new centre-back, bro. I started looking at Holgate. That's how bad it got, bro. I looked at Holgate. would you watch? Then I watched the West Ham game today. I was like,
You take Diop.
I shouldn't be doing that, bro. I'm trying to do Woodward's job. And Woodward's not even thinking that we have a centre-back crisis. Do you know how many goals we've leaked? This is ridiculous. Anyway, I'm getting carried away.
Well, I'll bring in Jack here. I don't know about you, yeah, Jack, but when I saw Matic and Fred starting, look, with who we've got available, who else is going to play there? Like, There's no Pogba, there's no Van der Beek, there's no McTominay. Like, they had to play in it. It's Pete. But I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking, how long's McTominay injured for? Because this can't carry on.
I literally just said it, Flex, before you came in. We miss McTominay so much. Then forward runs, you just kind of take them for granted. I thought Fred may have taken that role, but I totally agree with KG. He was shocking. And that shot he had in, I think it was the second half, where it just ballooned 40 yards wide of goal.
On his weaker foot as well.
Like, what are you doing? Every time he picks up the ball on the edge of the box, it's just the same. But the worry is that when we haven't got Pogba and McTominay to turn to, we haven't really got anyone else we can play in that position. Fred and Matic are the kind of two we've got to turn to.
They had to play.
Bruno at Sporting, like number 8 was his main position, so he can play there. It's just we've never tried.
But I think that's in a 3 though.
Was it?
Like how he plays for Portugal. No, I'm just saying. I think he plays better as in a like when he's on the right hand side of a 3-man midfield without a 10. I don't mind him there. I don't know how he would play in our system like that. I think that would really worry me, him in a pivot.
But I just want to bring up something on the kind of midfield, because I was thinking about it during the game. I just want to give the floor to you guys. The whole Fred thing, and what actually, we talk about him making that next step, and some games he's suited more to. I do think when we play Chelsea next week, if McTominay, I'm hoping McTominay is going to be fit, because I feel like we'll be better suited, because it will be a counter-attacking kind of game and it will suit us more. I think today I was shocked, to be fair, in the first half how Newcastle weren't really sitting in a low block and they were pressing us. But I just think, where is Fred's United career going? I'll just kick it off like KG. Where's Fred?
Don't ask KG, because he
cool. Wait, let's read these super chats, and then Jay, it'll be great for you to pick that one up and come to Kev after that as well. Here we go. First one. Ivan Drago, would you get in centre back? Would you play centre back for us, Jay?
I actually played right back when I played back in the day.
Oh, man.
And now I'm too old to play anywhere. I was so aggressive with football. The last time I played a match about 10 years ago, it was a charity game. I got sent off. And a charity game. That's how aggressive I was.
Of course you got sent off.
Right. All right, cool. I don't understand this one, but I'm going to read it anyway. Amir Khan, Clubber, Kevin Lang, Federer, Chris Cooper, Cat Kicker, and Jack. Evening, fellas. That's who we all supposedly look like. Here we go. PSG getting bossed by Monaco. They are now 4 points behind Lille. Monaco shut down Mbappe. Rashford is clear. LOL.
That shows you how reactionary football is, though, because as soon as Poch goes and gets Mbappe, who's the best player on the planet, and then he sits down Barcelona and does the thing because Poch has got way better players, it's like, this is why Man United should have got Poch. But then now he's lost to Monaco. I'm not seeing a timeline saying this is why Man United should have got Poch. Like, you win and you lose as a manager. Like, it just happens.
It's going to happen anytime Poch does any. Let me finish this. So, Oli, by the way, clear of Poch, LOL. No, but every time Poch wins an important game, it's going to come up. So you just have to deal with that. Let me keep reading. There's loads more. We got another super chat here. There we go. Here, finally. Bear5445 says, I love Martial, and I really hope he can regain his form. Well, he looks like the shadow of the player he was last season. Dan James was good today. Does not deserve the hate that I'm seeing online. Luke Shaw, man of the match. Great comment right there. Great comment. Let's go. There's more. I'm going to read these ones up here. Yusuf says, Fred marking a play in the line with a penalty spot. Said Maximum unmarked. Fred tries to come across. MG was a prat. Maguire was a prat to head it there. Not to put it out. Boom. That's his take. Let's go. Let's read this up one. Matthew Pratt says, Martial doesn't have the mentality and drive to be a United Cup winning player. Must get rid. Swap for help me say his name. Lautaro Martinez. Add cash on top if necessary. So people are trying to sell Martial now. I think Fred couldn't pass.
I literally saw that.
All right, cool. So I think we got through all of them. People, if we didn't read your comment, we apologize. Keep lighting me up in the free seats. Let's go. Jay.
Yeah, you were asking me about Fred.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple of points on Fred. The first thing that I would like to check about Fred is his passport. Is he legitimately a Brazilian? Because apart from Cliberson and Jemba, I've never seen a worse Brazilian player in my life. So I'm putting him in the Cliberson and Jim. Is he actually? No. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. He's better than Pereira. Yeah. So we're judging Fred at the level of Pereira. That shows the level Fred is at. A point that Jack raised earlier on about Fred's shot. That was in the 76th minute. How many of you guys were at looking at your feet shouting, "Fred, don't shoot"?
I was thinking, pass it.
No,
Dan James was right there. All you had to do
Shoot.
was
Yeah.
Shoot, because it's where you want to shoot.
You said
Pass
shoot
to anybody.
Bro, I was at home, and I was like, natural.
You said shoot.
on his right foot.
Muscle memory. You know when you play, like if you're playing games, and then you see five-a-side, if that ball comes across, you shout shoot. Yeah. So I was at home, I said shoot, I tweeted it, and I was like, why did I do that? I started laughing.
Okay. Next thing I'll say about Fred, one of our colleagues we'll refer him to as always harps on about keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. Well, tonight we had two defensive midfielders, both keeping it simple. And we got overran for 60 minutes by Newcastle, who were fighting relegation. So I don't subscribe to keeping it simple. You're playing Newcastle at home. Look, I've got no problem if Fred was just a backup player, but we don't have squad depth in midfield for Fred to be backup player. Therefore, he's got to start. I read on The Athletic there about a year ago, the CEO of Shakhtar Donetsk has gone on record saying he only wanted something like the mid 27, 28 million euros for Fred. And they were shocked when United came in with this high ball bid of 50 million. So we know that's you can check it out there. It's on The Athletic, guys. It's about a year. It's about a year ago. I think they only wanted 27, 28 million. We paid 50, which goes back to our CEO / director of football, Ed Woodward, being this business mastermind that I believe should not be involved in transfer negotiations. But I think Woodward's ego is so big, he has to place himself in every single transfer negotiation. Therefore, inevitably, we overpay for a player, sign a player up to a long-term contract, aka Sanchez, aka Jones, and
Di
then
Maria,
if the
Falcao.
Di Maria, Falcao, list goes on and on and on. And then when it's a player that we really, really need, aka a right wing in the summer, Sancho, and I agree the price was too much. 100 million for Sancho was insane, but he stuttered and stammered on that deal all summer, and then we signed nobody. So Fred's at the club for better or for worse. I can't see us selling him anytime soon. I can't see us getting rid of Maguire anytime soon because the price tag is too big. His contract's too big. So we're stuck with these legacy players. And that is on the board. So we can harp on all we want, guys, about lack of squad depth, lack of tactics. But the problems at our club start from the top. And it's manifest on the pitch, week in, week out. I think, guys, that's the bigger picture.
You know, I'm here to be kind of controversial today. So I'm going to go straight to Alex. Alex, would you sell Martial and Fred?
I wouldn't sell Martial, and I feel like you have a short memory with Fred, Jay, because he's in a bad patch of form, but he has played like last season. He was really good, and okay, he probably isn't good enough to be a starter, but I said the same about McTominay as well, and it should be like someone going with Pogba, but he is still a decent squad player, I think. But yeah, I do agree with you that he's in bad form at the moment. With Martial, it's kind of like the same thing with Greenwood. I've just been like the whole season like, oh, I'm not worried about either of them because they're going to start scoring soon, but I feel like this season might just be a write-off for both of them, and then next season just kick on again. But he did that really good dribble that was like shades of the old Martial, but I don't know what's wrong with him at the minute. Like with Greenwood, it's looking like I'm actually liking his performances. He's just not scoring. But with Martial, it's like he's just quiet at the moment. I don't know what we've talked about it before, whether it's his like nose has been put out of joint with Cavani signing, but I don't know what it is. He's like I saw
Tony
this
and
thing.
it's hard. It's hard.
I saw, and I don't know if it's true because I never really noticed it. Like it wasn't a transformation like with Greenwood where he suddenly got like really hench. But people were saying that he put on like a load of muscle to like play number 9 this season, and then we've signed Cavani and then shifted him to the wing. So I don't know if that's like, remember that was an issue with Lukaku where he got like really big from the World Cup and then that seemed to affect how he's playing. I'm not making the excuse. I'm just saying that like loads of people are saying that he's put on muscle mass and maybe that is a reason why it
I don't think Martial has. Yeah, I don't think
that's
Martial
what they're saying about Martial.
You do the super chats first.
He doesn't look that big to me.
Yeah, Alex Marmon says, we uncovered a rarity in Fred, a Brazilian who cannot pass or shoot. Unbelievable how bad he was tonight. Kept kicking the ball into touch. And Centurion Gaming says, Fred needs respect. Coaching got to be questioned. I think because look, Fred hasn't been bad all season. He's had a lot of good performances.
Today was a bad game because he played
Today was a bad game.
In the thing, he played a beautiful pass in Europa League.
Last game. Brilliant. Victor says, big up fellas from Perth, Australia. Big up the Perth gang.
Come on, let's go.
Love Perth. Daniel James Essie, aka Roadrunner, getting his confidence up with, which is positive. Glory, Man United. And Maz says, how does Fred keep finding himself in good shooting positions? I always say this. This is very true.
Always
very true. Dan James was good today. Didn't do anything wrong and looked dangerous, even though the right side was ignored most of the game. Man the match. I like that comment. It's like what I was saying at the beginning, because I think, again, give Dan James his props. A lot of our attacks go down the left-hand side. So the right side was kind of non-existent. Okay, a little bit predictable. But he has the difference. He affects the game. He affects the game so far.
I'm going to ask you, Flex. No sitting on the front row.
Yes.
Would you sell Fred and Martial at the end of the season?
For the right players, right combination, I would potentially sell both of them for the right players. For the right players, yeah.
It would have to be like Haaland or.
That's what I'm saying. For the right player, if you're saying like,
if you can
there's a chance you can get Haaland, but Dortmund want to get Martial for 45 million plus whatever. Of course, I'm going to say 100%.
And the main thing is, even not just for the right players, would you say, what?
But it has to be in the context of that. It has to be for the. I can't just say.
Your transfer list, and you'll consider putting them on the transfer list, is what you're saying.
For the right players, yeah.
Yeah, but I do agree with.
No, Martial. Oh, sorry, go Jack.
For the right players, because if you're going to get someone, who is better than Martial, which there are players out there that we can't act like Martial's the best player in the world. He's not.
But why not have both?
But Alex, surely
because it's not realistic.
Alex, you would swap Martial for Haaland.
Oh yeah, obviously, but
right.
I wouldn't like unless we were getting like a Kane or a Haaland. I wouldn't sell Martial. No, but he's in bad form this season, but last season he scored 24 goals.
Do you know what's funny? What I'm hearing right now, the only person you lot protecting is Martial. No one's even talking.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. When you talk about Martial and you talk about Fred, I want to go back to Jay's point. It was an investment. We spent £61 million on this player. How much money are we going to get for him now? I know we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, and KG, you said like 30 mil we could get for Fred.
Yeah,
like,
100%. You can still get it.
We still made a loss, and it's all about business at our football club. We know that. With Maguire, we're not going to go and bring in a whole new, scrap the whole centre-back partnership. We've talked about it. We're not going to go and sell Maguire. We bought him for £80 million.
Exactly.
We spent... the fact he's even muttered in the same breath as Virgil van Dijk actually is just... I'm just like, what? But
you should mention Baresi, bruv. He knows who he is, bruv.
No, big up Saeed. He said, nah.
He knows who he is.
Nah, he actually messaged me. He messaged me and said, Flex. Yeah, man.
Useless.
Raw.
Absolutely
He did.
Wait, I just asked Kev the same question because he hasn't answered it. Kev, would you sell Fred and would you sell Martial at the end of the season?
I'm totally reflects on that one. It totally depends on who you could get in. But looking at it, Martial, right, and the way he's going at the minute, I still think there'd be takers out there for him. And money-wise, out of that squad, he's probably one that would generate the most money income-wise. And looking at it from a financial point of view for the Glazers, I'm thinking if you could guarantee and say you could sell Martial for, I don't know, 60, let's say 60 million, but you can use that 60 million to go and reinvest it into the squad, then yeah, I would look at that. I just want to say one thing on Fred as well. I know everybody's having a bit of a bash at him and all that. I will say one thing tonight with him. Do you not think when he's paired with McTominay, they work brilliant as a partnership? So tonight against Newcastle at Old Trafford, a game we should have gone out and sort of bossed that game. We playing with Matic, and you're like, you know, from Fred's point of view, you'd be like, right,
Do you think Kev Matic brought that mentality upon Fred tonight?
But do you not think that the kind of similar kind of players?
They are, but I think, do you know what though? I think we're giving Fred a bit of a get out of jail card there, only because I agree that the pair doesn't work. Because, like I said, as soon as I saw it together, I'm like, McTominay needs to hurry up and come back, and so does Pogba, obviously. But the things that Fred done wrong today, can't blame Matic for. He's kicking out of playing that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, not getting 10-yard passes right, doing this all the time. Oh, sorry. Fuck that. You shit passing, mate. Like, it's not Matic's fault. It's not anyone's fault. That's your fault. But I agree that the pair don't work, though. I do agree.
And one thing I can't stick up for is the fact that the man cannot shoot. I mean, literally, if that ball goes across the penalty area on the goal line, I'd be like, Fred, pass it. You know, you won't go shoot.
Rules of probability. Like, no. One day he's going to smash one that's going to go top corner.
Not happening.
The amount of times he's tried it is going to happen one day.
That man would hit the underside of the bar from standing on the line for a tap-in. It would go out and he'd be like...
No. Fred scored a decent goal this year in the Europa League. Was that last year?
What, against Club Brugge?
Last year. So, yeah, Club Brugge, where I think Chong laid it off to him, I think, and then he whipped it in the corner. Then he scored one against Leicester when Pogba done that mad assist from outside the box with his right foot. I remember that goal. Do you remember when the ball was dropping down out the sky and Pogba done that wicked little side pass to him, just dropped it to him, and Fred put it in with his right foot outside the box against Leicester. And then he had one...
He scored against Wolves at home.
Yeah, Wolves.
Wolves. So he's had a couple, but other than that, absolutely dead.
All right, cool. I'm going to...
About 10 years ago.
Let me read these.
Like it.
There we go. Asim says, King Corbin knows Mark Goldbridge. That must be a WWE wrestler or something. Here you go. Without Cavani, there's no crossing from Shaw. And Wan-Bissaka, James made some crosses, however, not accurate. Greenwood and Marshall needs to be trained on heading. Let's go. There's some more. I saw some more. There's another one. Yeah. Boom. Fred has been invaluable in some games. PSG always springs to mind, but in games we need him to break teams down. He's not the one. He's off form. Very good comment. Here you go. Can you guys talk about the boy? Mank born and bred. Where's number 10? He was taking the piss today.
Inside.
All right. My nephew, bro.
Was he that good today? Yeah.
Wow.
Was he that good today? Yeah.
What? Are you taking the piss?
I didn't think.
I'm asking
Man
you
of the match. Man of the match, bro.
Smashed it, yeah.
18 goals this season. I'm fine. I'm so glad. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes. He said it as well. Yes, sir said. You did say it, bro. Boom. Here you go.
So what was he? 10 out of 10 today? We taking it.
Bro, I'm not gonna say 10 out of 10, but I'm gonna say 9, bro.
Come on.
Listen, Alex, you just sit down, bro. Yeah,
mate, you know, apart from you, I'm the main person that always
Alex, I'm
praises
born because of you, bro. You just sit down right there, yeah.
Is that what we're doing? Rashford was out. Amazing.
9 out of 10.
Yeah?
He makes us win that game today.
Cool. So did Dan James.
Win that game.
Yeah,
Why not talk about Dan James like this?
Okay, but a goal.
Actually, Bruno got the most.
That goal was very important, you know, and then got us a penalty to shore it up because those centre backs are useless, bro.
Listen,
they would
I'm not saying that Rashford didn't have an impact on the game, but he was absolutely outstanding.
He was amazing, but he done what he needs to do, bro. A goal assist. Even tried to assist Martial, bro. Martial just didn't even.
Played well.
There you go.
I didn't get all this.
With that said, like how people don't rate him, he's now barring some disaster or something. He's going to get back-to-back 20+ goal.
Here you go.
Seasons.
Yeah,
and he is so young still. So
there you go. Everybody sit down because there's mad Rashford haters out there, yeah, and they can see it. They don't know what to do themselves. I've been looking for them.
Yeah, 7. I think that's fair. A lot of people say 7.
The game, bro. We're now sitting in. We're now. bro. Take his goals away from his team.
Was it a penalty? Was it a penalty?
It was a bit nuts still. That's why I said clever from Rashford.
Clever.
You know when you see something, when you see cheating, you have to say clever in it. Yeah.
Wasn't it like the stud onto like his toe though? Like just a little tiny bit.
It was clever, bro. I didn't see it. But anyway.
Justin says, I'm happy that we won today. Also, I'm happy to see Jesse dancing on Spurs. Can we just take a moment? Jay, I mean, Kev's trying to work out.
Jay's like, it's a nonsense.
Absolutely nonsense.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I've got to say this. This is something that KG would say, but I'm gonna say it. I don't know how you guys feel, yeah. I know it's the right thing that Jesse has gone to West Ham.
Oh, damn.
No, but when you see him play like that, I just want him to come back and be able to do that for us and be good. I know it's gone. I know it's gone. I know that
he needed that break, and
yeah, he did. He does, and that's. I feel like that's his level. Like, no disrespect, I feel like that's his. It's perfect for him. Like, just make the move permanent for him. Just make it. I'm so happy for him.
You need to. What now? We need to cash in. They're now seeing all the teams above us seeing. Look what he can offer you. Exactly. Now that money should be going up in increments. He's not. He's not part of the United future. I'm sorry to say.
Well, Ben Rama's what 30 million they paid for him, innit?
There you go.
25, 30.
Plus
so
English tax.
What's Jesse gonna be? What 35?
35 million. If he keeps playing like that to the end of the season, and that's big for us because that's money in the coffers.
You only have 1 year left.
Pogba, you can sell Pogba.
I don't know.
How much is Pogba going to go for? Minimum 90 million. We have to make our money back on him. Minimum.
Pogba will have 1 year, so I don't think we'll get 90.
No, minimum 90 million.
You said this last time with your mad price.
Minimum 70 million.
You have to be
like
like 250k a week as well.
KG.
So you're selling Pogba for 70 million.
No, we don't want to, but that's what's going to happen in the
That's what's going to happen. Not even 70, I reckon.
KG, hold on. KG,
I reckon he'll leave for free, mate.
KG.
Yeah,
are you in the real actual earth?
Of course I am.
Are you sure?
Let's play this game, Flex. You want to sell? Yeah.
Stop saying I want to.
No. You want to sell him, bruv. Listen, this is what's happening right now. You want to sell a World Cup winner, yeah, for under 70 million.
Why are you saying I want to do it? Why?
But KG's got 1 year left on his contract.
I don't care.
We sold Di Maria for 45 million.
See that? What don't you not get here?
You're doing too much FIFA. You're doing too much FIFA.
KG, what I just said, we've done it in the past.
How much was Van Persie on his last year in his contract? How much was he?
30.
We paid 25 million for
25, 30.
And he was old, yeah? He gets 1 season. So you're understanding, it was a short contract that he had, and we put in the money because he is worth it. Now the years change, finance and all that stuff there. And you have to understand it makes sense to sell him at least for what we bought him.
You are forgetting what club you support. Number one. Look, apart from Ronaldo, when was the last time we sold a player for like big money? So even Ronaldo was back in 2009. So think how long that ago. Yeah. We signed Di Maria for 60 million. He was a Champions League winner, world-class player. We sold him for 45 million. And you say, he wanted out, but Pogba wants out.
Do you know Pogba's one of the most recognizable players in the game? You're telling me someone, and I don't want to bring my marketing, I don't want to bring in my marketing degree into this thing, but this player is valuable. Yeah,
obviously,
he's a shirt seller. So you can't tell me he's a valid commodity, and you're telling me you're just going to let that walk out for 70 million? Bad business.
We will not get 70 million.
All that's going to happen is all you're going to see videos, montages of Pogba doing a madness. And I can't believe he sold him for 70 mil. I don't want to hear that from you, though.
Yeah, but we all know that.
KG, for cheaper than that.
He will leave Manchester United for free, KG. I'll throw that at you.
Do you understand what being in your last year means? Do you actually
if
know
his
what
contract runs out, he can go for free.
It means.
Yeah,
exactly. Do you understand? Hold on a second.
Go on, carry on.
All this stuff. Do you understand that by letting his contract go into the last year, that we are not in the most powerful position?
We're not in the strongest position.
No, but do you actually understand that?
I do understand that. But he's not what? Is there going to be no takers? No one wants him. Is that what you're saying?
Look at it. No, listen.
We're in a position.
Answer this question. Do you understand that? No, because you asked me a question. Flex, do you understand that people are going to want to buy Pogba? Yes or no?
Not as much as you think in this current climate. Actually, no.
So what would it be? Two or three teams at least?
Real
Maybe
Madrid
not
and Juve, but he's on like 250
Okay,
grand a week,
but
which they won't pay.
Just imagine PSG come in and say, yo, we got 70 million. And another team said, Juventus say, well, we wanted to come home. We'll pay more. Is that not possible?
They
how much
will
more?
not pay 70 million. With a year left on his contract in this current climate.
KG, you know what? KG, you know what? Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this, KG. Listen. The Jadon Sancho situation within COVID tells you everything you need to know about the market. And then on top of that, we've gone another year in COVID with absolutely no fans for a whole season. And you're sitting there thinking that, you're just going to let him go for 90 million. And how's that going to, when there's been 2 years of COVID, we didn't buy Jadon Sancho for mad money. And the reason why Dortmund were in a strong position was because he had 3 years on his contract. Bro. And now, hold on. And now, do you know what's going to happen to Jadon Sancho's price? Ask me if it's going to be 120 million pound again. Ask me.
Is it how much is going to be, Flex?
No. Ask me if it's going to be 120 million again. Ask the question.
How much is
higher or lower?
How much is going to be, Flex?
Yeah, let's pay Bruce. Get your cards right. Is it going to be higher? Is it going to be higher or lower than 120 million?
He goes to 100 million.
Pardon?
Yeah, I reckon he
goes to 100 million.
Right, so that's 20 million less, no?
He'll probably be add-ons. Don't get twisted. And add-ons, you're not even taking that in, bruv. We just bought Ahmad. How much is Ahmad, bruv? They're saying 37 million, bruv. How did it go for that?
Eventually. Worth every penny.
Sigurdsson went for over 30 mil, bro. This is what happened.
Do you understand the climate that we're
paying him wages?
Yeah, but these transfers
he's got 1 year on his contract.
Anyway, end of the day, we don't know in it. So, Flex, you can do whatever you want to do. Jay's frustrated.
Oh, KG, let me in here, okay? Do you remember the movie Zoolander?
Yes.
Mugatu, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Like, honest to God. KG, you know I've got complete respect for you.
But
you've just come out with, man. Seriously, man. Honest to God. Seriously, KG.
How much is he getting for, Jay?
Okay, right. 1 year left his contract.
Yeah.
Over 4 years at United has not exactly been putting up trees.
Okay.
His form this season has been better than it's been in 4 years.
Yeah.
Injury prone. When Pogba gets injured, it's usually 8 to 12 weeks of an injury.
Carry on.
And it's happened multiple times. That's 3 points already. The COVID market. Okay.
That's the
no
thing
fans have gone for 2 years.
Forgot about, by the way. The COVID market.
Okay, COVID market. That's 4 points already. Pogba will go in a region 55 to 70 million in the current climate. That's fact.
Jeez, face.
Now, who can afford to buy him in the current market? PSG. Does he want to go to France and play in a pub league? Probably not. Does he want to go back to Juve? I hope he does, because then we might actually get Ronaldo back to us. For me, the best case scenario is this: Pogba goes to Juve, and we get Ronaldo back to us. Last thing, October, November, Chevrolet, the shirt sponsor, said that they would pay Ronaldo's wages if he came back to us for 2 seasons.
Jay, listen, I respect you a lot, mate. Yeah.
Hey, Jay, you rattled it.
No, Jay wants to sell. Jay, I respect you a lot, yeah? You want to sell, for
Stop saying that people want to. It's the current climate.
I know. Listen, he's going. No, we have to accept it. Jay wants to sell Pogba. Don't get twisted. If anyone on his right now wants to sell Pogba, Jay definitely.
Okay. Yes. Of course. Yes.
Chill out. Yeah. Now let's get into this, because I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of a big dog fight here. I'll tell you this right now. Yeah. The player's gonna go. The player's gonna go for money.
He's gonna go for money.
He's gonna go for more than 70 million. I'm marking
more than 70 million.
I believe that. Now we don't
KG,
know.
What are you basing?
None of you look
this on.
I'm saying that the value is there. I'm saying that he will make the deal. I say there's going to be more teams that come in to buy him. Real Madrid still need to rebuild because they've had problems. Barcelona have a rebuild.
You think Barcelona got peas?
I'm saying they need to be. These teams need to rebuild. So I'm telling
Barcelona
you, right,
don't have the money, KG.
Real Madrid.
But then even if it's a deal worth, because if you say this player plus this player, it's still worth that money. if you say what do you call it, Barcelona done the deal the other day, and it was like, who did they signed when they done the Pjanic deal? Yeah, they still, even though it's a deal worth this much, so like it or not, if they go into the market and say we're going to give you him and him, it's still going to be worth that. It's going to be worth that price.
Boogeyman says this is not the KG I know. He's lost his touch and turned into Lukaku.
No, I'm not having it. No,
Kevin says KG, are you United secret director of football?
I don't care. I'm arguing tonight. This is the funniest thing. I said last season, sell Fred. Do you know what everyone did? They laughed at me. Now everyone today, Fred needs to go. Fred can't shoot. What happened? I was first, bro. And now once again, this is gonna happen. We're gonna sell Pogba, and this is what the fans are gonna do. They're like, oh my god, I can't believe it. How we selling for that much money, and he's gonna.
KG, can I just ask you one thing as well, though, on it? That with Pogba, you have to bear in mind his wages. So number one, a club would have to pay the transfer fee. Number two, he's going to come in. He's going to have to be basically their top earner because they're going to have to be stumping up like 250, 300k because that's what United will offer him a new deal. And whether he takes it or not, he'll use it as leverage and be like, well, United offered me 300k. How much are you going to offer me and stuff? So the wages will play a massive factor in it as well.
I'm bare back, I ain't got no protection.
KG,
more angles. I'm ready for war, fam.
KG, United, right, will not be in a position to sell Paul Pogba. They will want to, but they're going to panic now. He's gone into the last year of his contract.
Yeah,
he's got that agent, that fat four-eyed fuck dog that I cannot stand, Raiola. He'll be in his ear, into Pogba's ear and saying, "You just sit it out for a year, son. You could just walk away on a free. Me and you will sign some big contract." You know, he'll be able to go on a Bosman. He'll be able to sign whatever he wants. In the current climate, the way that football's going at the minute, imagine a team having the opportunity to sign Paul Pogba on a free transfer. You'd be like...
Which is what Juve always do, isn't it?
Why do we always... I need to ask you this question. Why do we always get bent over the barrel? Anytime we want a player, it's always the same. No matter what their contract is, we're the ones that get really moved to. We'll never be in a strong negotiation period. Even the other time when we wanted to bring in, what's this player on loan from Barcelona? We were going to pay.
I'll tell you why, KG. I'll tell you why.
The mismanagement of Manchester United, probably, is he this way? Jay would say the exact same thing. It's the way that Manchester United is run as a football club. How many times do we buy players? We practically give them away to teams. But then when we want a player, we pay totally over the odds. There's no structure, no director of football that we've been promised for the last 2 years. We keep going, oh yeah, you know, the likes of Darren Fletcher, Rio Ferdinand, this, that, Edwin van der Sar. Nothing has ever prospered from it. We've got nobody in control of who is signing players. And as long as we haven't, we just freestyle and go with Ed Woodward trying to sign glorified players to make himself look good.
I agree with Kevin 100,000%. KG, I gotta say this, okay? I agree with Kevin 100,000%. And I hope Kevin now does an impersonation of me for next week and what I'm going to say next. Our negotiation team at the football club, we couldn't negotiate a deal in a certain city in Holland. That's how bad we are at negotiating. We are atrocious at negotiations. It's been proven time and time and time again. And until Ed Woodward parks his ego and leaves it in the boardroom and stops getting involved in these deals, United will never secure a contract for a player we want or negotiate for a player that we need and get him at a decent price. Also, whenever United are in the running with other teams for a player, we never win the race, ever. Ever. Nobody wanted Maguire. We paid 80 million.
80 million.
We spent 3 months.
We gave Herrera away for free. Free.
Yes. We spent 3 months negotiating Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And no other team was in for him. That was 50 million.
It took us a year. It took us a year to sign Bruno Fernandes. We could have had him.
And we should have signed Bruno Fernandes the previous August.
Okay, so let's say this then. Can we agree? If Pogba, let's just because we won't know now, yeah? If Pogba walks out, yeah, for more than 70 million, free shows, guys. I want all you lot in Condom.
No, because 75 million. No,
If he goes, how much does he need to go for? I just want to hear
90. You said 90. You said 90. Now you're changing it. I don't like what you're doing now.
He won't even
You
go
said
for
he's not getting
KG.
unless it's 75.
KG.
I don't like what you're doing now.
Flex
KG.
question, bruv.
You're changing your story.
Go on, Kev. I just want to. I need a number from you. I need a figure.
If
How much
Paul
is-
Pogba, right?
Yeah, go on.
If Paul Pogba leaves Manchester United
Yeah.
in this current climate for 70 million,
Yeah.
I will honestly do this show naked. Not a bother.
Wow.
And I'll join him.
Confident I am.
Look at this. Look. And so you're saying 70 million.
No, I would have said 80. I would have said 80.
Give me your number right now.
Have I underdone it here or something?
You're fine. You haven't done it. He's in his last year of his contract. 50 to 60 mil. Go on, Jay. How much would you say?
Okay, I'll join Kevin. Okay, Kevin, I'm going to try and save your ass a little bit here.
Okay.
If we get more than 75 million pounds, not euros, for Paul Pogba with a 1 year of his contract, both Kevin and I will do the show naked.
Wow. Can I just? Whoa, guys.
And this is not comfortable anymore. Let's be comfortable. All of a sudden, he's on the fence again. Taking the piss.
Who's on the fence? I'm on the side of that's sensible. Not fence, sense. Yeah?
I would love it. Listen, if he leaves a 76 million,
But
the
what's
smile
your
that I have on my face.
Guys, we got to end the show.
We're ending the
Biggie
show,
Man
and
said,
that's
next time in time of his life, sell KG ASAP. What
I'm in the last
do we get for KG? Hey, guys, in the current
contract on the United States.
in the current climate of KG talking absolute shit, what would we get for him?
I'm in the last year of contract, guys.
He's going on a free.
To be honest, I'm looking for free.
KG's going on a Bosman. KG's going on a Pierce Bosman, bro. That's what he's doing. Guys, we got to finish the show. We're out of here. Smash a like on the video.
I can't wait.
Europa League. I want Ahmad to be captain and get 90 minutes on Thursday
Someone's
night.
selling me for a
Calling
condom.
up.
They're taking the pick.
We are out of here.